Okay, so let's make a start on the eyebrow haze themselves. I can see some greys I want to get in here. Now, as I mentioned, putting the eyebrows on, that needs to be done in a very subtle way. This is make or break it. If I create lots of hard edge lines for the haze, then it's going to look super unnatural, and all of that layering of the flesh skin that you saw in the first video and most of this video will be for nothing, because it just won't look real at all. So you can see I'm using a pencil to start with that's only slightly darker than this shadow area. So I'm doing really subtle haze at the moment, and I'm making sure the direction they're going in. This is a Carbothello pencil, got a nice sharp edge to it, and I'm being careful as well with the direction that the haze are flowing. So really light pressure building up on top of all that work that I've done over the previous 1.5 hours. Resting my hand on that glassine paper. That's stopping me smudging anything underneath. I don't want to ruin all that work I've done. So I'm making sure that's not moving. You can see really subtle light strokes at this stage. Got a few pencils in my hand. I've got a brown, I've got a grey, because you can see with the haze, if you go directly above the eyeball itself, you can see I've got lots of greys in those haze where the light is catching, and just hitting some small highlights. And I'm going to put in a few of the darker haze. So once again, really sharp pencil. This is a Pitt pastel pencil. That's one of the harder pastels, and so I can get a nice sharp edge with it, but still you can see I'm using extremely light pressure, barely floating the pencil on the pastel surface. Just wanted to quickly mention my Patreon channel for those looking for even more in-depth art instruction. It's packed full of pastel videos, oil videos as well, and those videos are being added to new ones every single month. I have videos for the complete beginner that have never done pastels or oils before with just limited supplies, and I take you from the very first blocking in all the way through to the final detailed drawings and paintings. I've also got some really unusual subjects as well, and in all of my videos I always take you through all the details. You see everything I do, how I create my work. But it's not just for beginners, it's also for novices, and I also show the best artwork that I've ever done as well. And this particular elephant video spans 6 hours, so you know you're going to see tons and tons of details, tips and techniques. And as mentioned, I've got lots of oil videos on there too, so there really is something for everybody, and you get access to hundreds of hours worth of videos for just $4. Now over 1,000 members strong. Hope to see you there soon. And now I'm gradually going darker and darker as I'm getting to the final haze that are on top. Haven't put the highlights on yet. That'll be the finishing touches. Making sure I'm not overdoing this. Now I switch to that grey pencil for just these tiny subtle haze on the edge. And of course with pastel we can blend with our fingers and smudge it slightly. Now we've got some of these hairs here are going grey, and then a bit lighter on top for that highlight area. So with pastel we can work dark to light, light to dark. We've got that advantage. And I'm turning my pencil every couple of strokes. That's keeping the edge sharp, is stopping it having a flat edge to it. Blend in again. And then just a few more strokes, and I think that's good enough for the actual brow itself. And obviously I can start to then refine the skin around it too.